Hi, thank you for coming and for your patience. I welcome you to this reading, but I don't want you to have the illusion that I've organized the reading. Credit for that goes to Will Larson, who's put a lot of time and effort into making this event possible. And I'd like to thank Hamza for also kind of being one of the figures behind this event.
That goes all to Will. Back to Will.
And Hamza's thanking Will. So all things end at Will. But really, it's a delight to be participating in a reading of Erasure, or poetry of Erasure, in conjunction with the Renaissance Society's really beautifully curated exhibit on silence, which I really highly recommend if you've not visited yet to run over to tomorrow. And it's given me a lot to think about in relation to my own poetic practice, which is heavily invested in kind of unwriting poems, or making poems by reducing the number of words out there in the world. But also in and of its own right, the exhibit covers the subject of silence from a variety of angles, beginning with John Cage's kind of famous work of silence, and moving through ways of thinking about the politics of erasure, or of silence, rather, and kind of the ways in which silence is kind of manufactured. So I won't give away too much about the Renaissance Society's exhibit or about the readers who are going to be reading today. But I will say that they're all writers who I admire, and we'll be beginning with kind of a curated group of works of erasure by students in Eric Elstein's workshop for students in the Children's Memorial. It's a Stroger.
Yeah, it's Stroger. Hospital Children.
Yeah, children.
And a Children's Memorial.
Okay, a Children's Memorial and Stroger Hospital. Students who have a different perspective on silence and erasure than my students do, but whose work is really full of life and imagination. So I'm not going to kind of introduce each reader now. I think I'll ask each reader to kind of say who's coming next and to introduce themselves, actually. Are you all aware of who's coming after?
Yeah,
I think Will is after Eric, and then Stephanie Deering will be reading after Will, and I'll bring up the rear. Okay, thank you.